Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Naé Thompson, and welcome to RYZE Magazine's RYZE With Me. Of course, we have with us Mr. Emcee N.I.C.E in the
The
building.
building. It's official today. We got the one and only Kid Lee in the building.
I mean, you heard? Like, this is, I won't say crazy, we're honored. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Thank you. You feel me?
We out here, pushing purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just like you.
Amen.
undergirding and such. So,
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you. I don't know if you know this, but you are one of our features in the publication this edition with Miss Tiffany as our cover. So shout out to Miss Tiffany. You are an artist on the rise. And so we're excited to have you with us on today. I'm definitely looking to learn more about you and your endeavors. So for people who don't know you, you just meet them and they understand what it is you do. Can you introduce yourself a bit?
Okay, yes. So I'm Kid Lee. I'm a 20-year-old Christian artist. I've been making Christian music for about probably 2 years, and basically I make music to stay goals, and I'm like, answering the call that God and just trying to reach the lost through music, trying to evangelize through music. So that's basically what I do.
Got you. Now speak up just a little bit for me because I kind of hear you going in and out. You hear that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we
Yeah.
get you what you're saying. So you're evangelizing and telling people about Jesus, etc. Have you always been? I understand and know that that's not where you've always been. So what's that been like for you? How'd you get here?
So I didn't find, well, Jesus found me in 2020, basically. I came to Christ in 2020. I was still making secular music and stuff like that. But then like I went on to doing like I would say lukewarm music. Like I was still in secular, but I was just including Jesus in it. And then as my relationship grew deeper with Christ, that's when like I fully surrendered and I fully let him take over music and stuff like that. I let him, use me that way as a vessel.
Yeah. When exactly did you come to Christ, and what led you to that point?
I came to Christ in 2020, and what led me to that was I had actually from TikTok, honestly, scrolling on TikTok and seeing other Christians talking about their relationship with Jesus and stuff like that, and it made me curious. And I prayed for the first time, like, well, not for the first time, but I really prayed for the first time to get an answer, to hear back from him. And so he started speaking back to me and stuff like that, and became my best friend. Then I went into the word, started studying the word, and I just grew closer to him. Our relationship just got closer.
Mm.
That's
Was
that's fire.
so what was the one Christian rapper or moment that inspired you to go, yo, I can rap for the Lord?
It was probably first it was Caleb Gordon, but then it really was Kieran the Light, like really established
Mm.
relationship and connection with Kieran. Because me and Kieran are now on the same label. I'm on his label. And so me talking, hearing his story, because I think he also came to Christ in 2020, and just hearing how he elevated him and just seeing how he did it for Christ, it made me see that it really can be done. So he definitely was inspiration for me.
You said you guys are on the same label. Like he has a label, or is it an
Yeah, he
independent?
independent.
Okay, so Kieran the Light got the new MJ. I got you. I got you.
She's
He
fire,
done
y'all.
signed
Like if you don't know.
Kieran.
Oh,
Kieran done signed Kobe. I got you. Yeah.
I think that's super awesome because here's the thing: you're 20 years old, right? And you had already been kind of moving and shaking in the industry anyway, musically. How long have you been rapping? Like, how old were you when you got started?
I
And
got
the thing,
when I was 7.
really,
Yeah.
wow. And you knew all about it, and you know what I mean? Because you have a feature with, well, you had a feature with a few people, but the whole onset of this are kind of coming out was with a young man in Georgia, right? What's his name?
Are you mean when I Oh, Quavo, yeah, I did in the world.
You did a song with Quavo. And so do you feel like that kind of brought you into a different space as far as likeness and people knowing you? Or were you already kind of moving and shaking? I know it was a contest and that kind of thing, but do you think that kind of catapulted you to a different space?
Um, yeah, it kind of did at first, but then again, I left all that behind, and kind of God gave me a new audience. So those people that came to me when I did the music with Quavo, they gone now. Like they ain't stay around. They left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
Okay.
here's the ironic thing: Quavo's doing a gospel album, so that's interesting that you even say that. Yeah. So, when you came over and you dedicated your whole life to Christ, what was the intent of the music then? Did you want it to be overly spiritual, or did you just want to give him God, a sprinkle of God or a sprinkle of Jesus and some bars? Like, what was the thought process in regards to how you were going to approach, the music scene as far as the Christian side?
So at that time, like I won't lie, I was a little bit nervous to tell the world that I had accepted Jesus, because like persecution happens and not everybody believes in Jesus and stuff like that. And I just wasn't ready for that persecution and stuff like that. So I wasn't ready. So I wanted to make God happy at the same time though. So I thought like, okay, maybe he gonna use the secular side. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of God in there and just see what happened. And he gave me a dream that I was lukewarm. And he let me know like one on one that he did not want secular. He wants me set apart. He wants me all.
Oh, you broke up. He wants you what?
Mm-hmm.
He let me know that he wanted me all in for him. He didn't want me to like be double minded. Came to it like I was.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. So
It
as
is.
you,
He said, look, so key phrase was he didn't want me lukewarm. And so we understand that, like scripturally, you either hot or
uh,
you cold. You either for me or you're against me. There is no middle parts, right? Like even if you're wonderful and super nice to people, et cetera, like you really got to make a decision. So I can understand where you were in that particular praise. What were you gonna say, nice?
now I was just elaborating on, now that you've come to Christ and you had this whole plan in regards to how you want to, give people that word. Um, when did people started noticing you?
Um, I'll probably say it was in 2022. That's when people really started to know who I was and stuff like that, and a lot of people came. And it was after I did the song "Breaking Records" with Kieran the Light.
Okay, and then it just snowballed from there.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Seems like for both of them, too.
what'd you say?
I said it seems like for both of them too. Like so ultimately that song was a big space for both of you, right? In essence, it kind of blew up and made you guys both kind of talk or people, paying attention to you. Who inspired the song? Like how'd you guys come up with it?
So he had the song already written, like his part already written, and he just sent it to me, and he was like, "Hey, I have an open verse. I feel like you would fit on here. We could do like a back and forth kind of thing." And so I went ahead and I added what I had to add on it, and because he already had his whole part done, and that's how that
Hmm,
happened.
okay. And do you
Mm.
record like at home or where are you doing your vocals and such?
I recorded at home.
That's dope.
Oh, so you record your own vocals?
Yeah,
Okay, so you your own engineer is what you're saying.
yeah.
That's
How'd
what's
you
up,
learn
man.
so much about it? I think I'm flabbergasted just because you're super young, not to take away from you. I just think that's really dope that you have a real understanding of what it is that you're doing. So, like, who taught you that? How'd you learn to do all of these things?
So for the mixing part, for the engineering, it took a while. Like God was bringing multiple people in my life, showing me how to mix and stuff like that. I had a few friends show me different things about mixing stuff like that. And then on the recording side, I learned how to do that when I was like 10, like looking up stuff on YouTube and stuff like that.
That's crazy. This
So,
generation, yo, is bananas. So, are your parents musically inclined, or did they? What was your people thinking? You in the back, you 10 years old recording records. Like, what were they thinking?
My mom, she wrote poetry and did music and stuff like that. So she's the one that like encouraged me a little bit when I was younger to do it. And I was proud.
I don't know she is because you're dope. Like, good, shout out, mom. Good job. Because she's nice. She's nice. It look nice. No
yeah,
pun
so
intended.
so basically you got your rhyme scheming from your mama, is what you're saying? Because poetry is nothing but a form of rhyme. You know what I mean? So okay, I can see. Did you ever like tap into your mom's poetry and whatever, just like to understand what her mindset was, or how she think, or how she moved, and are you guys similar?
Yeah, I actually did. She actually helped me write my first ever rap, actually.
Oh, that's what's up.
I like mom. What's her name?
Her name is Marcy.
Good job,
Marcy.
Marcy.
That's a hip hop. That's a hip hop name. Marcy is a hip hop name. So yeah, it's funny. My mama was my first manager. You know what I'm saying? When I was in high school, performing, she was taking me to all the different joints in the. So I think that's dope that your mom's was there at your first one. So as you are developing in the world of CHH and the and gospel hip hop, I don't know what how it's a lot of people that have it termed. Me and Canton say it's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We call it kingdom hip hop. But so as you evolve and like you done caught the attention of different people. Who was the first people outside of Kieran Kieran to say, yo, we want to get Kid Lee on the record?
Mm, I think outside of Kieran, it was Angie Rose, and then it was Childlike CC, and that's all I can remember right now.
Okay. Angie Rose and Charlie, had you known Angie Rose prior to her hitting you up?
Yeah, because she was one of the first female Christian artists that I started listening to, actually, when I first came to Christ.
Oh, that's dope.
It
Was
is.
there who was the others? Who was on when you first came to Christ? Who was on the playlist?
It was Caleb Gordon, it was Jay Monty, Kieran the Light, it was Angie Rose, and then a few of them I can't remember because I just only listened to one song. I didn't really get into the rest of their catalog and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Now, that's some good choices, especially Jay Monty. Jay Monty
Yeah.
got bars, man. Yeah. He got real bars. Like bars, bars. So okay, and then so you got
Bars.
no for real. You know what I'm saying? Jay Monty is that guy, right? And so you do a record. You did a record with Angie Rose?
Yep.
I take it. I don't know. Did we get that record? Did that record come out?
It's called Set Apart.
I'm gonna have to go look that record up because we have a radio station. It's the one of the largest in the world for Christian rap and gospel rap. 1.6 million listeners, and I think we played. Yeah, I don't think we have that record for some reason, so I'm gonna go look that up. But okay, so you did the record with Angie, and then that obviously elevated your situation. You know what I mean? Because of who Angie was. Now, who was the next wave? How many features have you done to date? Do you know?
I don't even know, but I know that the next person, like probably not the next person. I think Marcus Rogers after Kieran the Light was actually the first one. I forgot to add him, but yeah, Marcus Rogers reached out. Our song, me and Marcus Rogers' song just came out on his last album. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, we got a song together.
Okay. Who's the biggest feature thus to date? Or do you got
Probably
one coming? You said Marcus?
yeah.
Okay, from the gospel side of things, right?
hmm
Yeah, because I'm so uh, as far as the Christian hip hop side of things, who's the biggest feature thus far?
Mm, I would say Kieran the Light.
Kieran.
Yep.
Okay, it's all right. Who's the other? Well, let's run through the list of features then. Who's the others?
I got one with Childlike CC, Angie
New.
Rose, Kieran the Light, Marcus Rogers, um, DKG got one with. Um, I think that's about all.
Really? I don't know why I thought I heard you on some other records, or maybe it might have been. Hmm, I don't know. I'm going to go investigate that. But okay, so
Now we got to pull it out and figure out the
yeah,
particulars.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Now I gotta go. Yeah, okay, hold up. No, it's a little. You know what I mean? So what is the goal for you? I know it's to bring people into to the kingdom and save lives, but from a musical standpoint, what are you trying to achieve?
Um, honestly, that's all to win souls. I'm trying to win souls with the music and stuff. trying to see people come to Jesus. I'm trying to see people listen to my music and think about coming to Christ, literally giving their life to Christ.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song
by you.
Oh, by me. Okay. Head Not the Tail.
What's that?
Is that brother?
He's like, hold on, I need to get some shine too. So you got an album coming out, right?
Yeah.
So give us some details. Give us the background on it.
It's called Jesus Saves. I actually made this album after I went through my own deliverance and stuff like that. It's my first album since being delivered from a lot of strongholds I was dealing with. So God put it on my heart to make an album about how basically he saved me, how he can save others too. And I had a lot of scripture being put into this album. Like literally I read from the Bible and had a lot of scriptures from Psalms throughout the whole entire album. It's just like scripture from Psalms, scriptures from Romans, Ephesians, and stuff like that.
I like it. I like it. You mentioned, the space of deliverance and, to what end that you desire to share. We kind of have some history of backstory on it, but what were you dealing with? This world is crazy, right? Like, so, we know that you were in high school and kind of dealing with different situations and circumstances, etc. And you said God delivered you. So what happened? Like, what was a changing moment? What happened?
So I was dealing with, when I came to Christ, I was still dealing with lust and stuff like that and pornography and a pornography addiction, actually. And I dealt with that for the whole 3 years I was in Christ and didn't understand why until he told me, I had a friend come into my life, actually. She was like, Lee, I think you might need some deliverance. And I didn't know what she was talking about for real. But then God told me himself that I needed deliverance from strongholds, like from trauma that I've been through and stuff like that. I needed deliverance from anxiety, from depression, from suicide, lust, stuff like that. So then when my friend invited me to her church, I went to go get baptized for the first time. And then I had got deliverance and demons got cast out. And I haven't dealt with lust ever since then and stuff. And God actually had me post the testimony on my YouTube page about the deliverance. And it led people to getting their own deliverance when I posted that.
That's that book. We overcome by the words of our testimony. And so I'm excited for you because there's so much that the children are exposed to today that it's unheard of. It puzzles me because, growing up, I didn't see those things, but now you got little people with tablets and phones, 4 and 5 years old, who know how to work them. You know what I mean? They have access to stuff that shouldn't even be a part of their thought process. So, to God be the glory. I'm excited for you because I definitely see him using you in that particular space, man. There, because anything goes and little people are being taught a lot of crazy stuff. And there really isn't that space of accountability, not like we had, right? Like my mother and them didn't play. Turn that off. We're done watching that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of little people kind of rearing themselves and dealing with a lot of stuff that they are exposed to just because it's on TV. I mean, like I was watching SpongeBob and he had like his pants off one time. And I was like, what is happening here? This is supposed to be a kid's cartoon. So I can definitely see how things are infiltrated. And so, okay, you got delivered. And what was the first thing that you did after, coming home? You had this experience where you moving things around in your room and throwing stuff out the window. Like what happened?
So I think the first thing I did was I got off of TikTok because that's something that I was addicted to. God told me to delete TikTok, like as far as scrolling on TikTok. Sorry for the noise in the background.
We got you.
And then
over here.
made a song. It's called Pain Gone, talking about how I got delivered. That's one of the first things I did was make a song.
Got you. And so Pain Gone is the first song from the deliverance space. Go ahead, Nice.
No, I just wanted to know how many tracks is on your album.
16 or 17.
Okay, you went deep.
Yeah.
So anybody buying this album, what do they expect to gain from this? Deliverance?
I hope it encourages people to get deliverance, honestly. I hope it encourages people to come to Christ, give their life to Christ, to know the love that Jesus can give to you, to know the peace that he can give to you, the joy. That's what I talk about all about it.
Amen.
Any notable features on it?
Yep. I have Raleigh. I don't know if you heard of him. I have Childlike CC. I have Isaiah Robin, and I have Kieran the Light.
Okay, so it's like a new collective is pretty much what I'm hearing. So you have the God Over Money, you have the Reach Records vibes, you got the RMG situation, and now Kieran got a whole joint where it's him, yourself, Child like CC. Like there's a new crop of hip hoppers, in Christian hip hop, and you're one of them along with Bats, who I think is absolutely phenomenal. You know what I mean? So tell us about how how do you feel about hip hop today? You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, versus what's out, versus the secular side and in this hip hop space. How do you feel about it?
Okay, so if I'm being honest about the secular side, I feel like it's a lot of perversion going on. I feel like, it's a lot of the same stuff being talked about. It's a lot of like perverted stuff being talked about, a lot of murder stuff being talked about, and that's what I feel as far as the secular side. As far as the Christian side, I feel like God is doing something with Christian hip hop for sure. Like it's getting much better every day.
How old is your little brother? How old is he?
4.
I love it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hello, y'all gonna hear me today," and we're okay with you having real life in your space. That's cool. I think it's dope you watching out for your little brother. I agree with you. The whole
Hey, showed up.
now I agree with you on the perversion side of things and that just tired message. And there are a lot of people who are now kind of speaking out to it. It's like you got a problem with the resolve and what you see kind of happening because of the music to a point, right? Because people are literally taking you at your word. But there isn't a lot of people being accountable for like what it is they're putting out. And so I think it's really essential and really, again, a refresher that you are the age that you are and you have some insight and understanding on how it affects people, right?
Yeah.
And so even as being a brown girl, I think that's super amazing too, because we have a whole lot of stuff going on in the music space where we feel like, or it has been said that they feel like, you got to show your body, you got to act like this, you got to, have this personage and this persona. But you came out with like, you kind of give me the vibe of like, I want to say Queen Latifah because she's classy, but she's still super real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like Dana's not doing anything but being herself, but she's dope. And I think that is a great space for you. Like, are you pretty affluent in the hip hop culture as far as like the history of it and, women who have been really effective? Like, who's your favorite artist in the space of hip hop period?
Yeah, so I got a lot into Lauryn Hill. Like
She's
when
fire.
the music, I had got really deep into her. She became one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. She has a great message too. Lauren is dope. I loved her album. It was sad. It kind of was like, the only one she ever really did, then we didn't see her no more. But I think that's super that, you, like you said, you had somebody that really kind of spoke to where we were or are. And so what can we expect from you now? So you have a new album coming out. Are you touring? Like what's happening? Where are they going to be able to see you at?
So I'll actually be at Flavor Fest this Friday too. So I'll be at Flavor Fest. Hopefully I'll be touring. God willing, I'll be touring.
Hey, look, CC. I mean, Kid Lee, that dude right over there. We can help you out. We can help you out with that.
Right.
So nice. He can definitely help you out with that. Because be in the wind.
Yeah, I got a few connections. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I got a question for you. The women in faith-based hip hop, are you familiar with them?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, so our cover artist is Miss Tiffany. Do you know who she is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so and I didn't expect you to, but it would have been great if you did. So Miss Tiffany is the first female Christian hip hop gospel rap to be nominated for a Stellar Award, right? She's the first ever. She's the first ever also to be nominated twice. You know what I mean? In that sense. Yeah, but I'm talking about 2 years, what you call it. and she was the first to perform on the stage too. So, I would say get to know the backstories of some of the sis that have come to the culture, because I think she just got an endorsement deal for seasoning. She's setting the path for people like yourself to be an entrepreneur after the fact. I don't know if that's one of your goals, is to be an entrepreneur, because I know you can bring people to the kingdom, but how you gonna pay for that? How you gonna pay for yourself, right? Without at the same time being a steward for God, right? So I would say get to know some of those, like Butter P. You know what Butter P is?
No.
Okay, see, you got to know some of the legends of Christian rap, because Butter P is in sync licensing. So she can help get your stuff in music. But she was one of the first, if not one of the first Christian female rappers in the game. So at the end of the day, get to know these people, because I'm sure they know who you are. It's just do your due diligence and get to know them, because now they can help you move around even for, because the beauty about the music game, because believe it or not, we servicing God, but this is still the music business, right? And so at the end of the day, you have to understand that. So as you begin to expand your word and you want to amplify your voice, you still need to have different connections that's going to help you amplify your voice, so you can bring even more people to the kingdom. So Miss Tiffany's on the cover. Definitely get to know Miss Tiffany, and she a wealth of knowledge. She'll actually talk to you and get some of that wisdom. You 20 years old, you have the opportunity to shape this culture. You have the opportunity to be that next wave that says, hey, we're going to take the faith-based or kingdom hip-hop in this direction, you know what I'm saying, because of your youth, and you have the opportunity to do so.
Little brother. Are you a military child?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I totally agree with him. What are your aspirations? I mean, because music seems to be like the gateway, or just something that you're gifted in. Is that like really what
Hold on.
you want to do?
Sorry. Can you give me a second? I'm gonna go sit him down for a second.
Okay. She is super cute. Like
Yeah.
little brother, be all done. I think
She
it's
like,
super.
hold up.
Yeah, I think she's super great though. Like, okay, so for y'all who watching and you don't know who she is, please go to Instagram and just hit, I think it's the, like THA Kidlee, KIDDLEE. First first post, you gonna see she fire, y'all. Like the fact that she's sitting here like who she is, she is somebody else when she is performing. Like I'm so enamored, I think, by your personality. Like she's still super chill. I'm telling y'all, you won't be disappointed. Anthony, I see that you joined us. Blessings to you, sir. Go check her out. She's fired. He too has a radio show. So I was asking you, what are your other aspirations? Yeah, he says she is absolutely dope. Yeah, you fire, period. I mean, I'm like, we need to play a song, or you freestyle, or like the people need to hear you.
You were breaking up through that. What'd you say?
I
What was
said,
the
do you
question?
freestyle? Do you freestyle? You say yeah.
Trying.
She said, I'm
Sometimes I
trying.
try.
Look, you heard MC Nice, y'all. What y'all say? Who want to see that? Throw some hearts in here. Look at Nice face.
She got pay styles. That's what I got, pay styles.
she She's super dope, you guys. And so again, this is Kid Lee, and we are excited to have her with us on RYZE With Me. She is one of the featured stories in the new edition featuring Miss Tiffany. And so what I was asking you is, what are your other aspirations? Like, what else are you wanting to do, or is music the stop for you?
No, music isn't the stop. I actually want to do full-time ministry. I want to travel, evangelize, preach the gospel, do deliverance. I want
Wow.
kind of like not a motivator, but I want to speak to people, tell people, go around traveling, doing that. So I just want to do traveling ministry.
Well, we gonna
So it sounds
certainly help
like
you
some.
with that. You hear me?
So it sounds like
That's my
sounds like some education is getting ready to happen. Is what you're
mm-hmm,
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
I do. I'm on the ministry side, and definitely, and we right down the street from you, so certainly I'll be in touch because we have a youth group who could definitely kick it with you. I think they would have super fun. My husband and I are in ministry. We've been there more than 32 years. So ultimately, definitely it's a space where it's just time for little people. And I'm sorry I keep calling you that because I got kids kind of older than you, but the gist of it is young adults. Young adults telling people about Jesus. That just, it warms my heart. I'm excited for you because you can totally tell that there's a change. Like he changed your life and you are aware, right? Like you are absolutely aware. So we generally ask this question before ending our interviews. It's like, what's your hope and thoughts? The church it's a whole lot going on, right? And, what are your thoughts regarding kind of what you see happening and the resolve? Like, we understand we're living in end times. Anybody who reads the Bible has full clarity. It's definitely happening. And what's your hope and prayer for the church? Like, this music space, you see kind of where people are. What are your prayers? What are your thoughts about that?
Pray that they stay with God, that they are hearing to his voice and his voice, and just him and stuff.
You're breaking up. Say it again. Your prayer, your thought is what?
I was saying that I'm praying that they all just continue to stay intimate with God, have that intimate time with him, and go deeper, and to stay in prayer, and don't back and don't be a friend to this world and go to the world, but just stay rooted in Christ, stay going deeper and deeper with him in that intimate time so you can hear his voice.
I was going to ask you, so how do they do that, right? Because we all say that, like, to get to know God, spend more time with him. But what does that really look like for somebody who's just kind of off the street? Like, I'm just getting to know Jesus. Like, what do you mean, get to know him, be intimate with? What does that look like?
So at first, when I came to Christ, for me, it looked like all throughout the day, like even about the little things, telling him truly how you feel, talking to him about any and everything, and just being completely honest with him. And being quiet so you can hear that still small voice, going deeper and deeper in his word, studying his word, meditate on his word day and night, because that's what the Bible says. It says that you need to meditate on his word day and night. So that's also what it looks like. And just getting to know him for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Those are all great answers. Yes, I concur. I think the thing that most people think, though, is like, if I were just right off the street and you gave me a King James Version Bible, I would be like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
All these thou and arts, like, what does that mean? But I can definitely appreciate you sharing, to get to know the word of God, because we absolutely have to know it for ourselves. And we can't go off of grandma and them prayers and thoughts and stuff. Like, we doing stuff because people told us and not because you really have a relationship with him. So I agree with you in that particular stance. I'm excited to hear the new album. You'll definitely have to, we like exclusives. You said it dropped Friday, so we, don't forget about.
Yeah, I think it dropped Friday. Yeah, man. Probably have to talk to you and your team about how to service those records so that we can help you with that. When as far as radio is concerned. So I know it's a generation where they'd be like, "Yeah, my album come out in 2 hours,
Tomorrow.
right?" But
Tomorrow.
but at the end of the day, it's in regards to radio and publicity, it takes anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. You see what I'm saying? In order for for anything to ramp up in regards to the promotions of that. So I think from that side of it going forward, really develop a marketing plan that'll help you amplify your voice, right? So I got a question. I got a couple questions. One, who are the producers on your album?
I got El Dewan producing a few of them.
He's a good one.
There's just a lot of producers.
Okay, I'm listening.
Oh, I was gonna say there's a lot of producers off of BeatStars. I can't really remember their names, but I usually buy my stars.
Okay, so ever thought about working with OB?
Who is that?
You got to be kidding me. Okay, look, this is what I need you to do. So, you familiar with Rapzilla, right?
Yep.
Okay, they do new critique Fridays, new music critique Fridays, right? Have you ever went to that on IG every Friday? They critique music
I've
from the
seen it.
culture. right? So OB is one of the hottest producers in Christian rap, right? So definitely check him out. I think he might actually bring you a whole different vibe to your voice too. Like just experiment. Since you already buying beats, go to the culture because the culture has some fire producers. OB is one of them. Sam Peasy's another. And then you got Spec House. Well, his name is Lamont, right? So these are different ones. So okay, so you got different. All right, so you got you got 17 records. You got different producers. Who is your ideal feature? Like if you can do a feature with anybody, who would it be and why?
Dang. Uh, I think it would probably honestly be Jackie Hill Perry because I just love her. I love her lyricism so much. Like I think she got a mature flow, and I like it so much.
Yeah, and you guys had similar stories.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So that I and Jackie is so fire.
She
She's
is.
so fire. She is fire. Like music ain't even her thing. She just does it out of just as a hobby, I think. You know what I'm saying? Or when she feel like she want to drop something, then she gives us. But she's a great motivational speaker, and she's a great mother. She's a great wife to her husband. So yeah, that's dope. And then coming from where she came from, I think that's absolutely fire. So Jackie Hill Perry, okay, that would be an interesting pairing. That
I
would be
know.
an
Yeah,
interesting.
I've tried to reach out to her and stuff like that. I really do want to collab.
Oh,
I'll have to help you
okay.
out
Well,
with that.
probably have
Yeah.
to help. Yeah, maybe I can reach out. Touch a few people for you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jackie Hill Perry. That's what's up. What's the second one? You have a second collab?
Who's a
Mm,
male?
probably Jay Monty.
I can see that. I can see that. Jay Monty. Like I said, people. Well, I don't sleep on Jay Monty, but a lot of people. His flow is so intricate. Is just incredible. So she's like, "Yo, go over there, and sit down real quick. Let me get the."
We're gonna let you go momentarily. We're gonna let you go. Just tell the people how they can reach you. Like, where can they see you? Where can they learn more about you? You know what's on the next kind of space for you.
So you can find my Instagram. It's THAKIDDLEE. You can find me on all streaming platforms under Kid Lee. You can find me on Facebook under Kid Lee, YouTube under Kid Lee, and then my TikTok is Kid Lee Music.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question before we wrap this up. Kid Lee. So what happens when you become Mama Lee?
Yeah, I've thought about that. So I prayed on that, and so I put like the KIDD in my name. I let it stand for Kingdom Influencer Devoted and Driven, instead of it being like kid, like I'm talking about a child or something.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because all these littles is no longer littles. So I'm like, what do you do now? Just Wayne? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
So
So,
you turn your name
all
into a
right.
symbol.
KL, KL in the building. Hey Lee. K Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been amazing, just getting to know you. We're excited for you. Definitely, you're one to watch. And so that is why you're a part of the publication as an artist on the rise, because you're dope. We can certainly follow you. Connect with us. Like he said, there's some spaces that we feel like, we can definitely assist you in. I'm in PR and publicity, etc. And even artist management, and Nice, definitely he's got the game under wraps in several spaces, but definitely publishing. Okay. So, making sure you get the payments that are necessary to do this, as well as building out the platform. We're really big on that, educating people that we work with regards to how to function as a business and see your residuals, right? Because you got merch, you got music, sync licensing, publishing. There's so many different aspects, and I don't know how far, it is working within your particular camp. As we shared, we understand you kind of gone through some different spaces, but we're here and available. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, is it Marcy or Marcia? What's mom's name?
Marcy.
Marcy. Yeah,
Marcy.
tell me to hit us up. Marcy, we need to talk to you about this one. She's fire, and we want to make sure she's getting what she's
Wait,
supposed to
so
have.
are you represented by Kieran or are you just signed to the label?
I'm signed to the label.
Okay, well who's representing you?
Oh, so basically, he started it up as Forgiven Music. It's his own label, and I'm just under him.
No, we
No. I
understand.
get
So what
that.
he's saying is like,
That
who's your
part I
man?
understand, but who's
Yeah.
representing you to help? So because if we need to help you get to that next level, but it's whoever your representatives is, we need to talk to them to kind of help guide your situation. Are you? Do you have a manager right now? Or you do not.
I don't.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah. So anyway,
My,
we need to help you get to the next phase, is what I'm saying. So I'm looking forward to that because I think you are. It's like it's you, Clifford Gray, Bats. You know what I'm saying? You guys got y'all got something special about you, and I think it's up to OGs like myself, to kind of like install that wisdom to get you to that next phase since I've already done it. I've been in the music business longer than you've been living. In fact, I was on the Billboard charts in 1994. You know what I'm saying? You hadn't even thought about that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just believe that you that next wave. You know what I'm saying? With those artists like Child like CC and even Toya Love and Wande, like y'all can really craft this move.
Yeah.
dope. Well, it's been real, ma'am. Don't be a stranger. Check us out. Ladies and gentlemen, you're hanging out with RYZE with me, RYZE Magazine's interview series with the hottest folks on the planet doing the CHH thing. And so, again, Kid Lee, we are excited to have you. Thank you for being a part of today's show. We always ask for drops. You do drops? You been there yet? No.
No.
All kind of new stuff. Okay, so a drop is generally like you plug in the space that you're hanging out with. So because you're with RYZE Magazine right now, you would say, okay, I'm Kid Lee, however you say that, right?
Yo, what
You're
up? This is Kid Lee, and you're watching RYZE. Or yo, what up? This
Magazine.
is Kid Lee. You're watching RYZE Magazine.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so what we're gonna do is back out the platform. You and little brother are gonna be here by yourselves. All right. And we just
Yeah.
want you to
So
say, hey everybody, this is Kid Lee. You're hanging out with RYZE Magazine. Got it?
yeah. So
Yep.
count to five. When you see me or all of us disappear, count to five and then go.
Okay.
I'm moving.
What's up? It's Kid Lee, and you're watching RYZE Magazine. Then you just
Yeah.
want me to leave.
We're gonna want you to do that one more time. Yo, what up? This is Kid Lee, and you watching RYZE Magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us a little more like energy and flair with that.
Okay. What's up? It's Kid Lee, and you're watching RYZE Magazine.
One more time, you froze.
Oh, okay. What's up? It's Kid Lee, and you're watching RYZE Magazine.
Perfecto. Well, we
You there?
appreciate you, Maddie.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be in
Appreciate
touch. Okay. We'll make sure you get a copy of the publication too, so you can show all your friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care, ma'am.
Wait. Make sure we get any publicity photos that you. Oh, she went off. Oh, she came back. Off. We need your publicity photos. If you got whatever photos you have, we need.
I got like 3 of them. She just sent me like 3.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Kelly, can you hear us?
You're
Gone.
breaking up.
Okay. So I'll send you an email. Okay. I'll touch base with you via email. Nice, stick around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, Ma. And that's a wrap, y'all. As usual, it's really cool hanging out with you all. Emcee N.I.C.E and I are elated. We do have a new publication dropping Friday. I believe that's November the 3rd. Again, Miss Tiffany is our cover. This young lady, Kid Lee, is also going to be a part. She is, again, an artist on the rise. And the other one that she kept mentioning, Child like CC. I keep getting them mixed up, Kid and Child. Child like CC is also.
Oh, right.
You hear me? She's also an artist on the rise. And if any of you are out there and you're aspiring artists, to a point, we also do reviews, etc., and listen to some new music that you guys provide as well. So definitely great hanging out with you all. Excited about the new publication. Blessings to you. See you all very soon. Again, appreciate your support. And let me see, I'm trying to get out of here. So that's wrong mouse. I'm like, man, why I can't find it. Definitely appreciate you all. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys.